Hi friends, my name is Sandeep. I am studying intermediate first year. Now I am going to talk about properties of matter. Properties of matter can be classified into two types: extensive properties and intensive properties. First, we will talk about the extensive properties. Extensive properties. Properties that depend on the amount of matter. We will look some examples of extensive property. Suppose I have a ruler. Think this is a ruler with certain height. See, this is certain height. So what I am going to do now is I am going to cut the half of the ruler. So what will happen? So I am going to cut the half of the ruler. What will happen? The size of the ruler will be decreased. What we did here, we removed the matter. We removed the matter. That means the size of the ruler will be diminished, means smaller. So what that means, we are decreasing the height. So decreasing the height is an extensive property. We will look some other examples of extensive properties. Suppose I have a balloon with certain volume. In balloon we have some air. So what I am going to do now is I am going to blow the air balloon. So what will happen? I am pushing the air into the balloon. What will happen? It will expand. It will be bigger. So if I blow the balloon will be size this much. So what we did here, we added some matter. That means I added some air into the balloon. The balloon will be expanded. So what we did here, we added some matter. That means increasing the volume. Increasing volume is an extensive property. Other examples of extensive properties are density and hardness. And we will talk about the intensive property. Intensive properties. Properties that depend on the type of matter but not the amount. We will look some examples of intensive properties. Suppose I have two beakers with water. Think this is beaker number 1. And beaker number 2. In beaker number 1 we have much amount of water. In beaker number 2 we have less amount of water. These two beakers with subjected with heat. So I am putting the fire under the beakers. So what will happen? If we boil the water, the oil will vapor. What is the normal point of the water? 100 degrees Celsius. 100 degrees Celsius. If you boil beaker number 1 and beaker number 2, the same boiling point is 100 Celsius. So boiling point is an intensive property. We will look some other examples of intensive property. So I am going to take different types of shapes of beakers. And we have in beaker number 1, beaker number 2, beaker number 3. And we have green color liquid in 3 containers. We have green color liquid in 3 containers. Suppose if I take beaker number 1 and pour the water into the beaker number 2, the color will be same, because color is an intensive property. They did not change. So other examples of intensive properties are hardness and density. Bye friends.